Hello students, welcome for this presentation or the video. This is we are going to discuss about the business report writing. So first we need to understand in this business communication, that is what you mean by this business report. Business report is nothing but regularly prepared as a part of discharge of the duty and submitted of the higher authorities regarding the performance progress or maybe work done or work assigned, that is etc. Okay, so here in this business report, okay, we are going to study about the various things in this presentation, that is planning and the report, then characteristics of the project report and the purpose of the business report, and report processing and drafting, revising, formatting, and managing the reports. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this particular presentation. So first we'll start with the introduction. What do you mean by this business report? In this business organization, reports are regularly prepared as part of the discharge of the duty and submitted to the higher authorities regarding performance or maybe the progress, etc. The promoters also get the feasible or the project report while setting up a unit. So you know that in this report writing, how important is there for the organization or maybe for the regular works. So this is very much important, because whatever the boss has been assigned or whatever the our seniors has been assigned the work, okay, whatever we have done the work, that we need to produce in terms of written or maybe the oral also. Sometimes we need to produce our report by the written or maybe the oral also, but written will be the permanent, where we can able to recover or where we can able to study in the future problem. Okay, if any problem has been come, then definitely we can able to follow or refer the previous report to give the solution for the present problem. Okay, so that is the reason. So we have to submit the report for the organization for any work or any task they have assigned. So here use of the report writing is to explain a matter or issue and inform higher authorities to help them to take a right decision or actions in the regards to the matter or issues. So what happens, here we are talking about, that is a use of the report is a explain of the matter or issue and the inform higher authorities. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಯರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟೀಸಿಗೆ. So if we submit the higher authorities with the detailed report, then definitely it will help them to take a right decision or maybe the action on the regards of the matter of issues. So if we give the proper report, then only we can be able to get the proper solutions for that. So that's the reason report writing is very much important in the business communication. Then what do you mean by this report? A report is a formal communication written or a specific purpose that includes a description of procedures followed for collection and analysis of the data and significance, the conclusion drawn from them, and the recommendations if it is required. So, what do you mean by this report? Report is a very much important. A report is a summary of duty or summary of the study. Such report will be in-depth analysis of a problem or the situation. So, if you want to write a report, then definitely we need to go to the in-depth of that analysis and problems or maybe the situations. We have to go in-depth. Then we need to write the report. So that way, because ultimately that report we are going to submit for the our higher authorities or maybe the organization. Why we are submitting the report to the higher authority of the organization? Because ultimately they are the decision makers. So if you give the proper report, then only it will help them to take a proper decisions. Okay, so this report helps to the take a decision for the organization, and the report may be prepared with the respect of performance of a product or performance of the employee and about the organization or maybe the circumstances. So with the help of these things, okay, we are going to prepare a report. So ultimately report means we need to submit in-depth details in the report, so where it helps to the take a decision for the organization or maybe the higher authorities. Okay, this is mean by the report. Then what is the definition or maybe the meaning? So business report is an impartial or maybe the objectives planned presentation of facts to one or more persons for specific business purposes. So here what we are talking about this particular point, I'll change the color here. I'll Okay, so here what we are talking about this particular point as a business report is an impartial, objectives, planned presentation of facts to one or more persons for specific business purposes. So whatever we need to understand, if someone is assigned to the work to us, then we need to understand what is the main purpose of giving this particular task to me, and what he is expecting from us. So we need to understand that, and that means the objectives of that particular report we need to understand. Then according to that we need to submit the presentation. Then second point, that is that the report facts could relate to the events, conditions, qualities and the progress, results, products, problems and suggested ideas. See, you know that okay, if something has been assigned to us, then we need to go in depth of that particular problem, and we need to give the particular report for them, not the solutions but report for them, what it happens and what is the present situation. Okay, for example, we have said here there's a progress which is product problem. Okay, for example, we'll take this particular point. There's a product problem. If someone had given the product to us and we need to analyze what is the problem of that particular product. For example, if you taken one laptop or maybe taken a mobile, so we need to give the in-depth report what is happening and what is the problems arising for that particular product. If we write in depth of that particular report, then it will be helpful for the organization to take a proper decision. So ultimately report means we need to write the in-depth issues in that particular report. Then third point, the business reports are the type of the assignments in which you analyze a situation, either a real situation or the case study, and apply business theories to produce a range of the suggestions for the improvements. Yes, definitely. See, if anybody is assigned the work to us, then definitely we need to go to the in-depth of that particular problems, either real situation or the case studies. So we have to study as a case of maybe the real problem. Maybe for example, in a college maybe there is a problem of what you can say the canteen. So we need to understand what is the problem in our college, and regarding the breakfast or maybe regarding the tiffin. So how many students are there, and how many are bringing the box, and how many are going for the hotels. So these things we need to understand, and what all the sources are there, and how many people are ready to pay, and how many students are ready to afford for that. These are all things we need to analyze, and we need to write a report in depth. This is what we mean by the report writing here. There is a definition and the meaning. Then why we need to write the business report? This is very much important. So everything always it should come why. Okay, so here we can able to say here that is business reports are typically assigned to enable you to examine available and the potential solution to the problem, situations or the issues. Why we need to write the business report? Because in the business report we are writing in depth of the issues and the in depth of the problems. So where we can able to identify the solutions for that, examine available and potential solutions to the problems, situations and the issues. So we need to understand each and everything in depth. So here what is the problem and what is the situation. See, because immediately you can't get the solutions for any problems. So if you go in depth of that particular problem, then only we can able to identify the proper solution or the permanent solution. Otherwise what happens, some problems has been arranged, then immediately if you give the solutions, maybe from that solution again one more problem can able to rise. So that's the reason if we go in depth, then only we can able to find a solution. So that's the reason we need to write a report in depth. Then second point, there's apply business management theory to the practical situation. we need to apply our business management theories. Okay, so what is the problems and what is the solutions for that? Okay, and that solution should be the permanent. That is how the business management will do. Okay, they are not going to give the solution for the time being, they are giving the solution for the permanent. So that's the reason we need to write a particular report on that to give the solutions for that, right? Then the third point, reach conclusion about the problem. See here, almost it doesn't mean that whatever the task has been assigned, you need to prepare the report on that particular task. You need to give the recommendations or the suggestions also. Okay, then only we can able to close that particular report. That is the conclusion about the report. What is about the report and how we are going to give the solution for that. Then fourth point, that is demonstrate your analytical reasoning and evaluation skill in the identifying and weighing up the possible solutions and outcomes. So here we need to demonstrate the analytical means with the help of the statistical data we can able to analyze that. Okay, for example, what about the previous? ಸೊ ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಫರ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾರ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ, ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ, ಮುಂದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ to identify the solution we need to write in depth the report in the report writing. That is what. Then fourth point, that fifth point, that the provide recommendation for the future actions. Yes, that's what I have said. The recommendation is nothing but the suggestions. So we need to provide the solutions for that also. So what are the solutions? Not the solutions, the recommendations. Recommendations you can able to recommend, these are the solutions are there. You can't give the solution because you are not a higher authority or you are not the management. So you can able to recommend, these all the solutions are there. So any solutions you can able to apply in that. So recommendation should be minimum 2 or 3 recommendations should be there, not only one. Then next point, show concise and the clear recommendation skill, communication skill. So in the report writing it should be clear and it should be concise. It should be clear means in-depth report should be there, how many students, how many, what is the time they are getting. Okay, and say for example I have taken the example here for the complete this presentation. Maybe there is a problem with the students for the canteen. So for that particular problem of the canteen, then we need to understand how many students are there. Okay, and what is the time we are getting for the breakfast. Maybe 30 minutes we are getting for the breakfast. So in that 30 minutes, so how many people are getting the box and how many people are going for the breakfast and outside for the hotel. So if maybe 30% are going outside for the hotel, then how many hotels are there, and all hotels how much they are charging, whether these students can able to afford for that. So what I mean to say here is everything should be clear. If anyone read the report, so he should understand what is the problem first. That's the reason we are saying it should be clear and it should be concise. Concise means it should be a very short. Okay, it should be a short report, it should not be a very long report, right? It all depends on the task assigned to you people. So based on that we need to write a report. So this is why we need to write the business report. Then what all the characteristics are there for the business report? So report is prepared and submitted either on request or fulfillment of the duty of the work. So the characteristics of the business report is varies. Okay, in that the report is prepared and submitted either on request or fulfillment of the duty in the work. So if anybody is assigned the work, then definitely we need to fulfill the duty of that particular project report. Then second point, that is the reports are submitted to the immediate superior and the authorities, and that report should not go here and there. Okay, you should maintain the protocols. So whom you are going to submit, who is your boss and who is your higher authority, for them only we can able to submit the reports. Then third point, that is the reports are drafted in past tense and the generally in indirect speech. we should not direct to anybody here, because we are not going to hurt anybody here. So that's the reason we always write the report in indirect speech. Then then the fifth point is that every report must be signed by the responsible person who is in the meeting. Okay, so it means if we are writing the report, then definitely we need to sign. That means where we can able to analyze who have done the report and on what basis he has done the report and who is the right person. Okay, that's the reason we need to sign in the end of the report. Okay, date and the signature compulsory we need to mention end of the report. Then, in the last point, generally periodical reports are submitted at fixed intervals. What do you mean by this fixed intervals? There are particular formats will be there for the particular report. So each and every report, there is a different formats will be there. So based on the report, we can able to choose the format, and we need to follow that particular format only. That is what we are talking about. Then, next point, there is objectives. This is very much important in the project report. Okay, so you know that project report, there are various types of reports will be there. Okay, that is college report, it will be there, project reports will be there, or maybe the business reports will be there. So there are various reports will be there. So the main objective is to implement the plans and procedures. So we need to understand what is a project report, okay, and what is the objective of the report. ಸೊ ಆ ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶದ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ನಾವು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ದ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್. So here the business report are prepared to accomplish the following various objectives. Communication has many objectives. Its primary objectives or maybe the exchanging the ideas, opinions, communication, or beliefs and the information between human beings in the field of business. The main objectives of the communication is to help managers in performing all managerial functions smoothly. So different objectives of the communication are discussed in various things. Okay, so here we are talking about the business report, that is the exchanging of the ideas. Okay, so before writing the business report, we need to understand what is the main purpose. For example, we have given many times, that is in the Colgate company. Okay, they wanted to increase the sales. So in that they have analyzed everything, but they are unable to get the solution for that. But just a common man, he had given the solution that if we increase the diameter of the Colgate, then definitely we can able to increase. With the help of that layman ideas, okay, they have increased a lot of business in that Colgate company. So this is how we need to interact. That is what we can say the primary objectives. That is how to increase the sales, and maybe how can we do the more business with the help of exchanging ideas, or maybe opinion, or maybe thoughts, or maybe the information. Okay, with the help of this we can able to analyze. So that's the reason we need to evaluate in the various manner. Then the third point, that is to help to reduce this resolve the organizational disputes. You know that various disputes will be happening in the organization. To reduce those things, we need to give the proper report. Sometimes what happens, maybe the management doesn't know the each and every point. So that's the reason they will think in a different way, and they are trying to give the solution for that. If you give the in a detailed project report, then definitely it will help for the organization to give the proper solutions and avoid the disputes among them. Okay, then the fourth point, to help to bring effective coordination between the among the departments. Yes, if you give the proper report, it will help to the various departments in the organization. For example, we can say that in an organization there are various departments will be there, maybe the production department, or maybe sales, or the marketing, or the finance. Okay, so various departments will be there, IT departments will be there, HR departments will be there. So each and everyone, see, as a marketing person, I can able to say that, okay, give me a couple of hands so I can able to increase the sales. But HR person should justify that in the report, that he unable to give the hands to me for the increasing the sales, because just to increase for the few sales, he is unable to afford the huge expenses for that particular person. So that's the reason in the this report will help for the internal departments to take a proper decisions here. Then if you take for the next objectives, to help to bring the dynamism in the organization by supplying the latest information. This is here the dynamism means there's a multiple organization skill should be there for the person to help the bring dynamism in the organization by supplying the latest information in the report. See, every time we are writing the report with the latest updates, so the current affairs or the maybe latest updates, so that will help for the organization to take the proper decision of the solution for the problems. Then we are talking about the last point, the to recommend the specific action to solve the problem. That's what we have said in the previous slide also. Okay, now we are talking about the business report. Okay, this business report we'll discuss in the next video. Please continue the video and give the comments, or maybe if you don't understand, please ask the queries so we can give the solution for that. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.